Hey there guys, welcome back to YSB Assignment. If you want to learn how to make a very cool intro like this, make sure to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then stick on to the end of this video to learn how to make a very teleportation tutorial. And if you want to check out my video on how to create a mobile phone intro, the link is at the top of the video, so just click that link. First things first, you have to film. Okay, so this is the first film. You will film from a runway or a walkway. Just try to jump in the sky, try to make a jumping movement into the portal and just try to get a clean shot. Make sure there's little or nothing behind you, because it's easier when you're editing just something you filmed alone. Alright, so try to trim your clip and try to trim it to where you are hanging in the middle of the air, or mid-air rather. So it's best that way. So you bring in your portal green screen video. I'll be leaving a link to the portal green screen video in the description. Okay, so I'll make sure it indicates video by title. Okay, so next split your video, click on your pan and zoom. Now for your start position, you have to zoom it to the face of the model. Okay, so click on the check mark. Now for the second half of what you've split, for the start position again, zoom it to the face of the model. So this will help you show the face of the model before he or she jumps or attempts to jump into the portal. So pretty much this first film is just you attempting to jump into the first portal. Okay. Alright, now there's one very notable thing you could do here. You can reduce the opacity of the portal. Okay, now if you reduce the opacity of the portal, it will help you or help the viewers see through the portal and see you jumping into the portal. Now try to clip or trim rather the green screen video of the portal, and make sure it starts from the second half of the main video of you attempting to jump into the portal. Okay. Remember, you have to make sure the main clip ends at where you jumped midway, attempting to jump into the portal. So next, bring in your second green screen video. The second green screen video is that of the dragon, the fire breathing dragon. Okay, so a teleporting fire breathing dragon, the green screen video. So you have to turn on your chroma key to remove the green screen effect there. So the link to this video will be in the description below too. Plus it's a copyright free video, so you can use it without being worried about copyright strikes. But please make sure you do give credit to the owner of the video. I'll also leave a link to the person's channel in the description below. Okay, now you can see the opacity of just make sure you adjust your chroma key, and the entire green screen has been completely removed. Okay, just make sure you keep adjusting till it's completely removed. Now position your dragon a bit far from a considerably far distance from your model, because you don't want the fire from the dragon touching your model, because that will look very unrealistic. for the second scene, now this is the scene where you like appear after teleporting. So it's pretty much a quite interesting storyline. You disappeared or you teleported from a particular scene and you know, appeared at another scene. So for the second scene, you film yourself jumping out of the portal. You will have to trim the clip and make sure it does not show you just hopping up, but shows you while you are dropping down from mid-air. So the clip needs to start from when you are dropping from mid-air, not when you're starting to jump mid-air. Okay, so you have to trim. Now for the in animation, it has to be converge, and make sure it takes enough time to converge. Just give it like maybe 2 seconds or 2 seconds plus to converge. Now for the out animation, you can use fade and also drag it to like 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds long. So to take like 2 seconds for it to fade. Alright, so let's play and see what we've done so far. Now please note that the clip shows that I am dropping from mid-air. Alright, so you're not jumping up again, you are dropping down. So make sure your clip has been trimmed to that length, that you are dropping from mid-air into the portal and out of the portal. So you drop from mid-air, then you run out of the portal. Yeah, so the converging effect will just show the portal reappearing, then you dropping down from mid-air and running out of the portal. Okay, so we've gotten our 2 main film for the teleportation. We have to edit. You can decide to edit the color of your portal. You know, remember the fire-breathing dragon? Did breathe some fire on the first portal, so you can decide to change the color of the portal just to show that the fire had some effect on the portal, but it's completely optional. It's completely optional, just to show pretty much your expertise in editing. You just have to, if you want, it's optional. You can change the color of the second portal. We'll get to that very soon. Make sure you trim your portal. Immediately you drop to the floor from mid-air, the portal needs to close and it's going to fade. So the out animation will help you to close the portal by fading it. Okay. So the converge animation will help you to open the portal. So next, let's change the color of the portal. So click on blending. They just pick one of the faded color here. Just something purplish, or I don't know, some faded color, some blackish color, something like that, just to show that the portal was affected by the fire from the dragon. Okay, nothing serious. It's optional. You could pick a different color just for some editing effect. You know, nothing serious. So you have to export. Now you have to export before, because it's not easy editing on your mobile phone and having several layers. Okay, but if you can continue. But if you're having a hard time editing with several layers on your mobile phone, just export, then import the exported video. You have to bring it back. So next we are going to do the cracking ground effect. So when you landed from mid-air to the ground, we want to show that it's cracked some part of the ground, at least temporarily or something. Just some effects, just some dramatic or cinematic effect. I don't know how you name it. Now, because the video is very long, I'm going to bring in a background just to help me trim out the kind of crack I want. So you can see the green screen video for this one, which is also a copyright-free video. It has several types of crack. Okay, so you just have to trim out the kind of crack you want on the floor. So I'm going to choose this irregular circle or irregular round crack. Now you're just going to trim out the other parts you don't want. Just make sure the crack it's for a few seconds, okay? Because it's landing and it's, you know, when you land from mid-air, you're not staying there for too long, it's just for a few seconds. So next you have to use your chroma key and remove the green screen completely. Okay, so make sure you adjust your green screen to remove the green screen completely. And there's something else we're going to do. Now look at the color of the crack. It's quite a huge contrast with the ground, okay? So it depends on the color of the surface where you filmed or where you landed, okay? So mine is very, very different from the crack. For that reason, I will have to do a little blending, okay? So I want to make sure that my crack looks so much like the original ground, the original color of the ground I landed. But make sure you remove completely the chroma key, the green screen on the crack, okay? So you don't have to use the same ratio as I did for my chroma key, just keep moving it till it's so now click on your blending, click reduce the opacity if need be, but click on overlay. Now as you can see, the overlay has removed or has blended the color of the crack with the ground. So now you can see that the crack now looks so much like the ground I landed on. The crack that was pretty much harsh color, I think, or gray, now looks brownish, which is the same color as the ground I filmed, okay? So you need that. So the landing, effect of landing, cracking of the ground as an effect of landing. So we want two effects for landing. One will be some dust particle, you know, just to make it a little more cinematic, some dust particle. Then another one will be your cracking. So we are pretty much done with the cracking. Now you have to make sure the crack is right underneath your foot or your feet when you drop down from mid-air. Make sure the crack is right underneath your feet when you drop down from mid-air. It has to match. The timing has to be very, very good to make it look very realistic. So the timing when you drop down from mid-air must correlate with the cracking. So immediately you drop down, it starts to crack, because it's the landing effect that causes the ground to crack. Yeah, and it will be the same idea we are going to use for the dust particle. Once you land, there will be dust particle and cracking. So remember, all the green screen videos used here, they are all copyright free videos. Links to the channel I got the videos from will be dropped in the description. And please, when you are reusing or making your own video, ensure to give credit to all the channels that own the green screen videos, okay? Now, scattering of dust particles. Get your bring in your dust particle, the green screen video, and choose your in animation. You can just fade, make it 1.5 seconds. Also choose your out animation, make it fade to and maybe 1.5 seconds, so I think. Okay, so we are pretty much done. We've gotten our second scene, the landing effects, the portal. We've done that, the cracking effects, the portal. Everything is pretty much done now. So let's try to watch. Now combine the two videos and export. Okay, so let's see what we get. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, and see you next time.